So, Denise Young Smith, the head of diversity for Apple, recently had to step down because of a few comments she made, right? She's this, she's a black woman, and she came out a little while ago and said that there can be 12 white, blue eyed, blonde men in a room, and they're going to be diverse too because they're going to bring a different life experience and life perspective to the conversation, the diversity chief said. In this, got her in a lot of shit, right? Just this benign statement saying that, hey, people, even though they may look alike, look all the same, they could all have different opinions. A very non-racist thing to say, but it goes against the leftist narrative that, all white men are racist, think alike. And if you have a panel, if you have a group of all of them, then they must just be oppressing people. They must be doing this just based on a virtue of their skin color. And, she was able to, she's able to say, like, no, obviously I judge individuals based on their individual actions, right? But clearly Apple does not agree with this. They think that, they want diversity as in like a bunch of different people of different races and stuff, but they all have to think the exact same, right? And she even mentioned in Quartz article how she had a problem with this. She's like, I get a little bit frustrated when diversity or the term diversity is tagged with people of color or women or LGBT, right? So, that's so fucking true, right? Just because, they all may be different races and stuff doesn't mean it's really diverse, because if you all believe the same shit, what the fuck is the point, right? If you all have a bunch of people on a panel or whatever, and they all think the same, that's not good. It's not actual diversity. And, there could be a lot of diversity with all white panel, a lot of diversity with all black panel, all woman panel. It's whoever is the best for the job should get it. If it turns out it's all white men that are the best for this specific job, then you hire all of them. If it's all fucking black women, then you hire them, right? But it's just super ironic that they fired her, right, or made her step down, and then they replace her with a white woman, right? And it's like, are you kidding me? So you're touting diversity of race and color and all this shit, but then you go and get a white woman instead, right? It's just kind of ironic. But it also just goes to show you how the people on the far left, they are racist as well. There are racists on the right and stuff, but these people are also racist because they looked at this black woman and they're like, oh, let's make her the head of diversity because she's black, she's a woman, she must agree with all this stuff, she must believe all this stuff. And this is, one of the reasons why she had a problem with tagging women and people of color diversity, because it's fucking racist, right? It's assuming that all people of color, etc., all women, all that, all have the same experiences in life. So, which is nonsense. So, but yeah, like, these are the actual racist people, because once she opened her mouth, and she's been there for, I think, 6 months, not a long time, then they're like, whoa, wait, what? Okay, get rid of her now, replace her. And then they replace her, right? Because, yeah, she's not spewing the fucking leftist narrative that, if you're white, if you're male, then you're a fucking racist. Because this is the implication that Apple has, right? Or that Apple is doing, and that people from the far left are doing. It's like, we got to get rid of white men because they're the problem. They're the ones creating all of this inequality, right? Because that is the explanation. Because if your only explanation is like, okay, we got more people this, more people, more women, more this in here, then the explanation is that white men are oppressing you, right? Which is not the fucking case, right? Or I don't believe it's the case, People can believe, you live in a white supremacist society, etc. But, I don't believe that. And, I don't know. It's just really hilarious and ironic how they replaced her with a white woman too. It's like she's still on the oppression scale, so that's why they could kind of like, all right, well, you're above her, right? But you're still saying what we want you to say. So, we'll make you the head of diversity thing too. They're not gonna do it to a white man for sure, because that's what they're against. It's majority white men. And this is what a lot of these leftists don't understand too. Like the women is like, once, let's just say white men are gone, right? Who do you think it's gonna go down to somebody else? It's gonna be, after white men, it's gonna be gay men. After gay men, it's gonna be white women that are oppressing you. And after white women, it's gonna be black men that are oppressing you. And it's gonna keep going down and down, down. This is their fucking how they think, their ideology. So it's never gonna stop, right? When there's all white men gone from the fucking panel, because then that's still gonna happen. There's still gonna be these differences, and then they're gonna have to look for some other explanation, right, for the differences. And it's always gonna be blaming this person. So instead of diversity of just color and stuff, like that is important too. You should maybe have some women and etc. on your panel, because they can have somewhat of a different experience. But just because you don't doesn't mean your whole panel is going to necessarily, or your whole group is going to oppress people because of the virtue of their skin color and the makeup of the group, right? But I don't know. That's all I had to say. If you like my content, subscribe and have a good day.